Good morning. Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on today. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. I wanted to talk about Memphis Police Chief CJ Davis. They voted today. And as I've been saying before, because I know the politics of Memphis. Okay. I'm born and raised in Memphis, so I know the politics. I know it's always something in the game. Um, I knew that when they had decided to, they claimed that they voted against, keeping her. And then they said that the same people had to turn around and do another vote. I told you all that they were nothing was gonna happen. CJ Davis is it's not in the best interest. They're playing games with the citizens of Memphis because there are other people there that want to the same people that voted for her to get a raise and all of that good stuff. They're playing games with the citizens because they're wanting to run for other positions. And so they want to make the Memphians feel like that they're really trying to do something. Child, they suggested that she be interim. So I mean, she's CJ Davis just got to raise an extended contract. So regardless to what happens, I mean, she's gonna be paid, and she probably want them to fire her and pay her out of her contract. Pay her out of her contract is something as it relates to her housing. I'm hearing somebody said to me that's in that contract, so they might even have to pay that house off that she bought. So either way it goes, the lady wins. Hey, the only issue that I've had with CJ Davis, because I understood that CJ Davis was not running anything, was that I understood that she was here to be a bobblehead. Who she's in with, because they seem to like her. She's been police chief in South Carolina, she's been police chief in Atlanta, and now they got her in Memphis. Who she's in with, whatever rich um um you know, whoever the rich power brokers are, they like her. Okay. And they like her because they feel like they can trust her. Um, and she's not going to give them any kickback. They can hide behind her without her throwing them up under the bus. And we see exactly how that's been, right? When they want to destroy a city, what they do is they go and get black people and put them in position and do it. So especially Memphis is majority black. So when they get black politicians and put them and pay for them and put them in office and they start doing crazy stuff, black people can't say, well, they're racist. So they figured out a way to rob and steal and do everything that they've been doing to black people. As a matter of fact, my dad used to say a sellout black person is way more dangerous than a Klansman. And because they can do things and get away with things that a Klansman can't do and get away with. Okay. So hey, I told y'all. Okay. So then now they're saying she's interim. So it would not be in their best interest to get rid of her and then pay her out of her contract, which would be what, close to a meal and all of that. Um, let's see what they're saying. Okay. Let's see what they're saying. It says there was no timeline for when Davis' position would be put to confirmation. Hold on. I think I started in the middle. Okay. It says Memphis Police Chief CJ Davis will serve in an interim role going forward following a vote to table her confirmation. Memphis Mayor Paul suggested to the council during committee that Davis serve in an interim role to see what impact she can have on crime, police policy, and community engagement. Now, let me just say this. I do believe now we may get the opportunity to see if she can really police. Maybe Paul will allow her to have more control because she wasn't running anything when Jim Strickland was there. She was not put there to run nothing. Okay, she was put there to allow crime to get out of control. She knew nothing about the city. Okay, and then they could hide behind a black woman. Okay. It says Davis was scheduled to have her confirmation vote take place in full council meeting Tuesday, but Young told reporters after the vote was tabled that the idea was a last minute decision. The decision was made 15 minutes ago, Young said. Obviously, in politics, you count the votes and it could be 7-6 either way. I think that it is important for us rather than giving a vote to get to work. I hear the council loud and clear. I hear the community loud and clear. I believe in Chief Davis. She's going to be the chief moving forward until we come back and otherwise is proven. There was no timeline for when Davis' position would be put to a confirmation vote. I told y'all, no timeline on when they're going to go back and vote. Okay, so I told y'all this is how they play with the people. But Young said it would be determined by the city council. Success, Young says, would look like people feeling more comfortable with the level of crime than they are currently. I think you'll see activities around reduction of crime, how we're engaging public safety players over and beyond law enforcement, because I believe that this community all knows that if we're truly going to get public safety in this community, it's going to be just because of law enforcement, he said. It's going to be because of it's not going to be just because of law enforcement, he said. It's going to be because of other components that engage our young people and engage people and reduce poverty. Absolutely. Poverty ignites crime, and I'm glad he added that in there, that it's going to take more than the police, but they also, everybody has to work to make sure that the funds, because there's a lot of funds coming to the city of Memphis. It's just reallocated back to the rich folks, and the cuckabug heads that they put in office make sure that it is reallocated back to the rich people. Some of these black folks should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, so now what we have to do, or what the community has to do, is make sure, or the citizens of Memphis, those funds are being reallocated to the urban areas. That's something you have to watch. He says we want to make sure that we are doing that. I think it's one of those things that when you see, you're going to feel it, that we're heading in the right direction. We want to see the tenure change in this community, and we're going to get to work doing so. I pray so. I pray so. Paul and them are good people. I pray so. Davis also pushed back on council members asking why the ordinances were not enforced, saying that she was enforcing them as internal department policies. The commercial appeal has asked for copies of those policy changes, which do not appear to be in the online version of MPD's policy handbook, through a public record request. That request has not been fulfilled as of Tuesday. And that committee vote, which was non-binding, 7 council members voted to give a negative recommendation for Davis's reappointment as police chief. 6 voted for a favorable recommendation. The same 7 that didn't vote for favorable recommendation were the ones that voted for her to come to Memphis and get the job and voted for their raise. Those who voted against a favorable recommendation in the January 9th meeting was JB Smiley. Y'all, I'm a pray about JB. Swearinger, Canale, Washington, Chase, Jerry Green, Philip, and Jeff. Okay. John Ford, J. Ford, Canale. Okay. Anyways, I told y'all. I don't. Yeah, y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. I mean, I don't get to live in the city my whole life and not know how to politics. I started learning about politics. My dad started teaching me 10 years ago. JB Smiley, my dad helped to get into office. And he was running over there to my dad and stuff, talking about what he was going to do. And one thing Thaddeus Matthews did say, he said, all right, now y'all supporting JB. I done told y'all he ain't right. Okay. Now, Rhonda is a good person. Rhonda is my friend. Rhonda is my friend. We talk. She's a good-hearted person. Um, you know, my dad was pretty cool with the forest and all of that, but I told y'all some games were being played, and it's all a matter, they're just playing with the people, okay? Because that would be hijacking the city of Memphis anyway to pay her out of that, to just approve for her to get a raise and then pay her out of her contract, have to pay her out of her contract and whatever else, um, they got to pay for, okay? Accommodations that they have to pay for, and all with the city money, and then bring in another police chief that they probably want to put in at some point anyways, and pay them. That's really hijacking the city because they don't have no issues with CJ Davis. I'm telling you now, they don't. And they don't, those very ones, because they understand that she's a part of that system that pays for them. Also, those people that finance them wanted her here. So I've been telling y'all that there was a game being played. I just hope the people open their eyes up, right? Let's see what the news said. When her contract was extended, I wonder for how much longer was her contract extended for. Okay. She's interim police chief for, they're saying indefinitely. I mean, so bad. She's still the police chief. Shit. They just put interim on it. Interim can be there until that contract is up. That's probably what's going to happen, or until she decides she want to go. And she's not going to decide that. She's going to let them fire her so that they can pay her out of her contract. That's in her clause. Okay. So I've been telling you, like I said, they play games with the citizens of Memphis, and I'm really just, it's really nauseating. And now a lot of those ones that voted against her, those who they were white guys. Okay, a few of them were white guys, but like I said, they're the ones that voted for her raise and wanted her here. She, like I said, they are all a part of that same system of people that put in that, what's the word? Not appoint, but select people that they want to be in positions. They fund them. Anyway, so Paul want to keep her there. He wants to see what she's gonna do, and he should. Paul. Hopefully Paul will get the opportunity to see if she can really police, because she was not running anything when Jim Strickland was there. Okay. But anyway, she's gonna stay on, and they have not decided on when they're gonna have another meeting. They didn't say we're gonna give her 90 days. It ain't nothing. It's just left in lingo. She's interim, and an interim could be until her contract is up. Okay. Now they're probably letting her know we're not gonna, we're gonna go ahead and slide in the other person. You did your time. You hijacked the city. We give you your $1 million. Pay for your house. You can go on. You can stay in Memphis or sell it. Get the profits off of the house and go on back to Atlanta or South Carolina. Either way it goes, she wins. The citizens lose. Always. Right. Anyways, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Talk with you guys later on tonight.